A good book cover grabs your attention and conveys emotion. And most important, a good book cover is appealing. So in today's video, I'm turning a simple text prompt into this professional looking table book cover design using only ChatGPT and Canva. I'll show you how to create that beautiful image over the text overlap trick to really design a unique looking cover. I'll explore the latest ChatGPT model to create the artwork and then design the layout for the cover in the free Canva editor. For you who don't know me, my name is Ruben Stom and I'm a graphic designer that sells digital products for over 10 years now on various platforms such as Etsy and Creative Market. And my webshop currently offers over 200 products, varying from book templates to website themes and product mockups. Before we'll start the actual design process, I would like to ask you if you want to like and subscribe to my channel. Your subscription will really help me grow my YouTube channel and allow me to make more videos about design with the help of AI tools. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll use two tools to design the book cover. I'll first start with generating an image in ChatGPT, and if you aren't familiar with ChatGPT, it is a web application in a chat-like form where you can write a text-based prompt and get an AI-written answer based on your prompt. So in today's case, I'll give it a specific prompt to generate an image for the book cover of our table book. Once the generated image is ready, I start on the setup and the layout in Canva. And Canva is a free online editing tool that is very easy to use. After that, I'll start with the design and combine everything to finish with a beautiful book cover. And I added a link in the description to the prompts I used to create the image and the design in Canva, so you can follow along and explore the design at your own pace. First, I open up ChatGPT and I log in with my account. Although you can use ChatGPT without logging in, you do need an account to generate images. And if you don't want to use your own email, you can always use 10-Minute Mail to create your own dummy account. Just go over to the 10-Minute Mail website and use the given email address. Once you're logged in, you can start writing your prompt by typing in the large text field. And I use the following prompt. Generate an image of a model with a dark skin. The background is very light beige. The model wears a white shirt, and the image has a modern editorial vibe and is shot with a Canon 5D in a professional studio. So some things to point out in this prompt are the overall look and feel. I described the skin tone, the background color, the clothing, and the vibe of the image to leave as little as possible up to interpretation. I personally love working with warm color tones and combining them with white elements to create that contrast. And I finished the prompt with a specific camera model and mentioned the studio setting. This will give the image and the lighting a more professional and detailed look. You may want to check out my previous video where I go more in depth about prompt building techniques such as camera and lighting specifics. I'll leave a link to this video in the description in case you're interested. I really like what ChatGPT did with this image. She has beautiful details in her face, and I really like the hair of the model, which gives a very editorial photography vibe, which is exactly what we're going for here. And if you don't like what you see, just ask ChatGPT to try again or alter the things that you don't like. Although I'm very happy with the outcome, I need the image to be a bit more zoomed out, and this will give me more room to work with later on in Canva. So let's ask ChatGPT to do that for us. Now the final step is to remove the background of the image. This allows me to separate the model from the background and place the title of our book behind the model. And small details like this will give that professional look in my opinion. So you could remove the background with Canva's AI background remover, but this does require you to be on a paid plan. So that's why I will just ask ChatGPT kindly to help us remove the background and return the image as a PNG file with a transparent background. So two things I quickly want to mention about the flaws of generating images in ChatGPT. So sometimes you may struggle with things like hair and hands and textures and patterns, and that is something to keep in mind. And also the size and the quality is not something that you can control. So you can direct the outcome to a vertical or a square image, but it is not possible to give specific dimensions. And unfortunately the same goes for the image quality. If you need an image with higher quality, you can either upscale it by using an online upscaler or using editing tools like Photoshop. Okay, so I first log into Canva to open up the editor. And you can download Canva locally or even use the mobile application if you would prefer. But I'll work in the browser today, and I use the Create button to start with a new document. Then I choose an A4 thin size for the cover of this book, which I think gives a very high-end look for a table book. It is larger than the average book, but it's still readable on tablets. But you can choose any size you like really. So some common book sizes are 6 by 9 inches, 5 by 8 inches, and the European A5 size, for example. So something to consider when using Canva for print is that you don't have the option to add bleeds, which are commonly used by printing companies. If this is the case, then you may want to use more advanced tools like Adobe InDesign or the latest version of the Affinity software. So A4, and then I'll select a portrait document. And then with our new document open, I paste in the images that I just generated with ChatGPT. And you can upload your images with the upload button here in the upload section, which I already did prior to filming this video. So I insert them by dragging and dropping them onto the canvas and make sure that the transparent image is on top of the original image. So I'll make sure that they both cover the entire canvas, and then I paste in the text one by one. So I had a specific font in mind for this project, which is actually one of my favorite fonts, plus it's free to use in the Canva editor. So for both the main title and the body text, I'm using Times New Roman. This is a serif font with a very classic look, and it is actually well known for its readability, which makes it very popular for print designs. But in my opinion, it is also a great choice for online designs actually. I'm using an all uppercase style for the title of the book and set the font size to 88 pixels. I then adjust the font size for the word "the" to a smaller 28 pixels and make the word italic. After that, I add two dividers on both sides with a thickness of 2 pixels. And the guidelines make sure that everything is aligned correctly, and you can show and hide the rulers with the Shift and R keys on your keyboard to add new guidelines. And finally, I adjust the subtitles and the testimonials to a bold 16 pixel font size. And this is all just personal preference and can be adjusted to whatever you like really. I flip both the transparent and the original image horizontally because, if possible, I prefer the model to be placed in the same direction as the reader's eyes go. And in this case, that's from the left side to the right side of the page. Finally, the finishing touch is to reorganize the layers, and you can reorganize them by going to Position and then select Layers. And I make sure that the transparent image is above the text, so the text will fall behind the model her head. And once you're happy with the end result, you can export it with the share and the download buttons. So that's really it. Creating a beautiful book cover with the help of AI is just that easy. And you can apply the same for flyers, posters, or whatever designs you like really. So don't forget to download the free goodies of this video with the link in the description. And if you also want to learn how to create a realistic book mock-up with AI tools, like the one that I used here to showcase the design of today's video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I'll create this and more videos about design and AI. Plus, it will really help me grow my YouTube channel, of course. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll make sure to answer them. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.